Hello everyone. Okay, so as we were doing the chapter number 5 of your class 8 history, when people rebel 1857 and after, so in this chapter we have completed the first topic of this chapter, Nawabs lose their power. If you have not seen the video, then please check on the channel Historia. And today we are going to cover the topic the peasants and the sepoys. Okay, so the peasants and the sepoys. In this chapter, in this topic, we are going to learn about the misery from which peasants were going through and the sepoys were going through. Okay, so the first thing here comes in the countryside, peasants and zamindars resented the high taxes. So what is this? So basically, countryside term means village. Okay, simple. Countryside means villages. So of course, villages, peasants used to live in the villages, of course. So in the countryside, peasants and zamindars resented the high taxes and the rigid methods of revenue collection. So they were paying the high taxes of Britishers and fulfilling the needs of Britishers and whatever they wanted. They were paying and giving and only giving and not getting anything from Britishers. So this led to the gradual loss of the ancestral lands of peasants. Okay, this led to the gradual loss of the ancestral lands of peasants. Okay, ancestral lands refers to what? Actually, the land on which a person's father, grandfather, great grandfather were plowing. So that person's land, that particular land will be called as the ancestral land of that person. Okay, so they were losing their lands. So this was the misery, and they were also getting into the debt, and they are going deeper and deeper in the debt. So that is why they were facing literally a huge misery with this thing. Now here comes what does happening to Indian sepoys. Now here comes first thing that what this sepoy term means. Sepoys means basically the term sipahi. We have heard this term in Hindi language. We also say sipahiyan. So not sipahiyan. It's सिपाहियों ने ये कहा, सिपाहियों ने ये कर दिया, सिपाहियों ने वीरता प्राप्त की. तो सिपाही जो term है, that term is of a Hindi language. And sipahi, when Britishers used to say this term sipahi in their own accent, then that sounds like sepoys. Okay, that just sounds like sepoys, and that is why from that the word sepoy is derived. Okay, so here comes now the Indian sepoys. So basically, Indian sepoys were also discontented with the British army, with the company. Now, on what basis they were discontented? So there are three reasons. First reason here comes your, that is, first reason tells about the low wages. Okay, they were given lower wages. Okay, lower wages. Second comes here, second here comes about allowances. They were getting very less allowances. They were so bounded with the company restrictions and all stuff, compared to who? And the lower wages. Why I'm using this comparative term? Why I'm comparing it to someone, right? So this was compared to the British sepoys. So British sepoys were getting higher wages than the Indian sepoys. So they were and they were also given more allowances than the Indian sepoys and allowances. And the third thing here comes about the conditions of services. So they were the treatment, basically the treatment with British army and the treatment with Indian army also differs. Please don't look at my handwriting. I know it's really bad, but let me tell you, this is lower wages, this is allowances, and this is treatment. Okay, so lower wages, they were paid lower wages. Indian sepoys were paid lower wages, less allowances, and a bad treatment, not that much better as British sepoys were getting. So this, they were the company army basically discriminating between Indian sepoys and the British sepoys. So this felt them discontented. Now here is a story. Okay, it's a really very interesting story. I have to tell you this about a little about in the beginning of the video, but let me tell you that this story is about the Indian sepoys and a superstition. Okay, and this a real life incident happened in which year? In 1820, in 1824. Okay, so it, there is a thing that in 1824 and before that, there was a superstition throughout the India. There was a superstition throughout the India that in the wind, that if someone will cross the sea, that person will lose his religion. Okay, sea cross means if someone will go overseas, means if someone will cross the path of sea, if someone will move to the path of sea, that person will lose his religion. Okay, this superstition just rumored throughout the India, just rumored throughout the India, and when it rumored, Indian sepoys had the same things because their families were not allowing them that don't go overseas. If anyone would say never go to overseas because you're going to lose your religion, your caste, and your family and all stuff. So this thing happened. Now Indian sepoys also believe this, okay, as they believe that this is their religious belief, but otherwise it was a superstition. And when this happened in 1824, in the same year in 1824, what happened, that Britishers asked Indian sepoys to go to Burma by oversea. Okay, they asked Indian sepoys to go to Burma. Burma right now we says as Myanmar. So it's a neighboring country of India. So Burma was the older name of Myanmar. So they were asked to go to Burma, and Indian sepoys refused on the basis of this, on their religious belief of not going overseas, as that would result them to lose their culture, lose their religion and all stuff. Now you will ask why, so if that may happen, why would they want to lose their job? Go, and if you even lose their religion, how does that matters? But that does matter, because in India it really does matter, because people used to keep their religion, keep their religious things at the utmost priority. Okay, it's like on the top. Religion is always on the top in the Indian hearts, in the Indian minds. Okay, so they refused. When they refused, Britishers severely punished them. Company severely punished them. And after that, when the company punished them, this thing did not ended in 1824. This thing pursued, and finally in 1856, just before the year of revolt, in 1856, the company army passed a law. Okay, the company, not company army, the company officials passed a new law in which it was considered that if someone would be employed in the company army, have to go overseas if required. Okay, have to go overseas means have to cross the sea if it would be required. So they have to do this if they want to be, if they wanted an employment in the company. So after this, again this resulted to the discontentment of the peasants and the of Indian sepoys. Now why? So basically, maximum in the Indian sepoys army, if we will take a part, um, if we will take the Indian sepoy army of that time, which was of company, so in that army maximum number of people were peasants. So they knew what was the misery of peasants, and also knew the misery of Indian sepoys. And this whole thing united in their hearts, in their minds, and they were totally discontented with the British thing, and they just wanted to get rid of British army and get rid of company. Okay, so in this chapter, we knew that this family, they also sepoys have their families in which they also have peasants as their fathers and all. So this thing united against Britishers, and this broke out in 1857 revolt, which we will learn about in the further part of the chapter, means in the next videos on the channel Historia. So thank you. If you got any doubts, again saying, please mention the comment box, I'll answer them. And thank you. Have a good day.